I so appreciate what Cory Booker did for our country, but I have a very, very, very big concern. I have been waiting for our elected officials to make noise, make ruckus, get in the way. And I so appreciate what Cory Booker has done to just make his voice heard and help us get our voices heard. Yet I'm concerned about something, and I wonder if it's on your radar too. I know I was wondering, how the hell is he standing up for over 24 hours and not going to the bathroom, not eating, and I know he had some glasses of water, but barely drinking. While I don't work with clients one-on-one anymore, I can just appreciate what so many of you who have a history of disordered eating or trying to recover from eating disorder or otherwise just pressured to eat less to move more, how you're going to react to hearing what he did. Now, I'm not necessarily going to name it here. People are already talking about it, but basically he didn't eat enough or drink enough for quite some time. And while for him, he was able to use his voice, stand up without falling over or faint or have any medical issues that we're aware of, it wasn't normal. It's not okay to restrict ever. It's not normal to restrict unless you have like a medical procedure. And something I want you to know, just because he did this and he is getting all these high fives right now and literally is trying to save democracy, this is a really great thing. Again, I'm very glad that he did this. But even though he did it, it's not okay for you or me to eat less just because he did it. It's not okay to refrain from drinking enough just because he did it. It doesn't make it any less of a big deal that you're not eating enough, because for most of us, and including him, we need to have consistent nutrition in order for our voices to be heard, to stay awake and alert, to not be distracted. I did notice while he was going through the whole 24 hours, when I would check in on him every once in a while in the live, is I could tell his brain was kind of like blanking out and going through little fits where it would just, obviously that his brain was experiencing low blood sugar. Remember, we need consistent glucose going to our brain 24 hours a day. And we have our liver that helps make its own sugar. That's kind of like rudimentary sugar through gluconeogenesis, but yet it eventually runs out. So that's why a lot of us faint when we don't eat every few hours. And especially if you've been affected by eating disorder, this is something that can be deadly really quickly. So even though he's getting a lot of high fives and attention from restricting and not drinking enough, that doesn't mean it's okay or normal for you to do this. It's actually really important for all of us, Cory Booker included, to be able to eat enough and not restrict. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is, if I was Cory's dietitian, I would have prepped him beforehand with saying, just know if you're choosing to do this, because it's your decision, the few days, weeks, maybe even months after this experience, you're going to experience more food noise. You're going to experience more binge eating. You're going to experience more emotional eating. You're probably going to wake up in the middle of the night needing to eat. And that's one of the best things you can do, is let yourself recover from this diet trauma, because not eating enough is traumatic. So while I appreciate what the great congressperson from New Jersey did, I am concerned about how it's focusing on eating less, because one thing we all need right now is our voices to be heard. And in order for your voice to be heard, I need you to eat, and you need to eat enough every day.